Coming to you from the LoadingReadyRun orbiting underground moon base, it's the LRRcast. You gotta let me finish the intro before you start the music, or I have to...
Do it again?
No, or I have to, like, cut the first couple notes of your music off.
Do. That's okay.
Good, you filled in
the
for
dulcet
me. That's
tones.
Great. Hey, everybody, it's the LRRcast. Graham here.
James.
I'm Paul.
And you all know me.
You're not Paul.
No, it's true. I lied.
Incorrect.
Why you lying about your name, Kathleen?
I'm not lying about it.
No, I was doing a bit.
Oh.
The bit's over.
I'm confused.
Because Paul said, "You're right, I'm not Paul," and I was trying to... It doesn't matter.
It's ruined.
Okay, maybe the joke didn't quite get there.
When you do
It wasn't your finest.
broadcasting from the orbiting underground moon base, we were just doing tap tap concede, and so I have to. It's like broadcasting live from the plane of moon on the
The plane of base, from moon on the plane of base.
From the plane of Pit. Is it Pit? Like, I can't do the Yorkshire accent.
Oh, broadcasting live from plane of Pit.
Yeah, that's it.
Let's tap concede.
There you go.
Welcome
right.
to pub.
That's
We're talking.
not what we're doing. We're not tap tap.
We're not doing.
This is not tap tap.
Okay.
No.
This is the LRRcast.
Great. And we're going to be talking about...
Bro Watch!
Well,
Apparently Bro
We'll
Watch.
fill you in on that, I guess. And then we'll talk about
Bro Watch
a video or two. And then mostly do the ever-popular Ask Lur, where we answer your questions.
Which I believe comes from the
Twitter this
Twitters today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of Twitter,
Is that a cold pack, James?
It's a warm pack right now.
Ooh.
we were at... it's full of tiny bubbles.
I just want to pop all of
Fish
these
eggs.
things.
Fish eggs, yeah.
Weird. Don't pop James's cold pack.
You can't pop those.
Okay.
That sounds like a challenge.
Well, I'm glad that we're all...
Oh, they're all slimy and rolling around.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay. So, speaking of Twitter, a bunch of us were away this past weekend at a ski resort here.
Right now it's just a mountain.
On the island. Yeah, I was going to say, the term ski resort is maybe a little bit of a misnomer because there was
It's still a resort.
It's a resort. There was no skiing when we were up there. Well, there was some cross-country for a little bit.
Matt and Ben and I tried to go, and unfortunately, I don't know. I'm not like the best cross-country skier. I've been like 5 or 6 times, but Ben and Matt had never been before, and there was no snow, but there was ice. So it was icy enough that it was a little hectic going down the hills because, you know, you don't steer so well on cross-country skis. We had the classic ones without the blades, so you can't like edge in. And it was rough enough that you couldn't glide on the straight parts. So it was strenuous. I'll give it that.
Speaking of hectic downhills and ice, how are you doing, James?
I'm good. I have a heat pack, so you know I'm good, right?
Yeah,
I
James,
may have hurt myself.
James biffed his shoulder.
Maybe pretty badly.
Yeah. But,
For legal purposes, it was not an on-the-job injury, though, so it's okay.
yeah.
No, you guys were fucking around.
If
There's a camera on me.
James
I'm gonna
had
sue you guys.
if James had hurt himself while doing this podcast, then we'd be in trouble.
Yeah. But we did shoot one thing. Well, we shot 2 things while we were up there. We shot Son of Hot Tub Amusement Park, or the Hot Dump, with the even larger hot tub than last year.
Yep.
Featuring myself and Cam and Kathleen and Lily and our friend Andrew, the desert bus photographer, and Beach. And that was fun. And the way we did the audio on that, actually, this is a good story. So, the previous year, we just had the camera, we had the microphone.
Shotgun mounted to the camera.
Shotgun mic mounted on top of the camera,
Yeah.
which was fine. But we didn't have the mount this year. We forgot to bring it up to the mountain with us.
But we did bring our boom.
But we did have the boom. So what we did is, I think in some of Cam's shots, you can see that there's a window. Inside there is like a little sort of living room area where James and Ashley and Matt were watching TV. And so what we did is we wedged the boom against a chair inside and stuck it out the window. So it was pointing down at the hot tub.
Yep.
And then James was sitting inside with the Zoom and the headphones monitoring sound.
It worked out great.
Mostly just watching TV.
Yeah.
Also making sure that I could hear everybody.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
It was funny though because because I'd be like, all right, and we're rolling. I'd be like, all right, so we're rolling video. And then someone else in the hot tub would be like, roll sound, like yelling at
That
James.
was me.
Yeah.
Not someone else, just me.
Well, it wasn't just you, but yeah, it was mostly you. Forgetting that there's a microphone 2 feet away that James has headphones that he's listening to, that you don't need to actually yell inside the building. You can just be like, James, can you roll sound?
That's
since you're
why we
listening?
have this microphone.
Yeah, exactly.
James, did I deafen you once?
No.
Ha.
So we did that. And we shot the Narnia-esque segment for the first ride in the limousine crap shot, which we'd thought of originally. Like that was when the week we rented the limo for that Kickstarter video. We knew that we were going to be at Mount Washington. Like we knew we were going at the end of the month, and so we were like, okay, let's do this thing, and then we'll shoot the second half when we get up to the mountain. And
it turned out very well.
That worked out really well.
Yeah.
Like Bish had pan flutes and it was of course game for taking your shirt off. And
It's like of course game, but I like somebody would say it's like, do you guys never go up to a ski resort without somebody having to suffer in the cold anymore? Because the last time it was Cam having to do the Assassin's Creed thing.
Right. No, that was the first year.
Oh, was that the first year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Last year, Cam just jumped in the
snow for the hell of it.
Jumped in the snowbank because he felt like it.
We couldn't do that this year.
There's no. You could
Well, not
jumped
even
in an ice bank.
Well, even if there was like,
if we'd rented the downstairs one,
which we did originally, because we would have had the hot tub was on a balcony, so Ben at one point did run downstairs and roll around in the snow
And then
because
get back into the
stupid and
hot
Ben,
tub?
but
He threw snowballs at us.
yeah, that's true.
One got in the hot tub.
Again, snowballs.
It seems
not really.
yeah, ice packs.
They were more like
But
They were
so
terrible.
that leads into this next thing, which is
Bro, watch 2014.
so the building is it's a ski cabin that's divided into sort of 4 units, 2 up and 2 down, and we had the upper half.
We had upper left. Now, what I find ironic about this whole thing is that because there was no snow at Mount Washington, the mountain was largely deserted. There was like
Not a lot going on.
probably 80% of the cabins were empty.
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh,
I didn't see a lot of people.
no,
there.
it was probably pretty close to that.
Yeah.
Maybe more. I don't know.
Right. So, but
Most of us didn't care because the majority of us weren't actually planning on skiing anyway.
I only cross country and I got to go once. I would have gone both days, but the conditions were so bad I didn't want to pay for it again on Sunday. But anyhow, so the mountain is deserted, except for us and
The
the
other
bros.
half of the building that we're
Yeah.
Inexplicably,
So
we don't get the building to ourselves.
I think we later found out from the waitress at the pub
We found out Saturday afternoon.
that they were up there for a bachelor party.
Right.
And we assume it was the same people because they were a loud group of
Bros.
basically.
Yeah.
Like we when we came out during daylight on the Saturday and found that the only things parked next door was 5 jacked up pickup trucks.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, okay.
No, 4 jacked up pickup trucks and one small
I felt
one.
bad for that guy.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was Edgar. Anyway, the point is, when you guys checked in, they told you
That
make sure
you were respectful of the people, because the way that the cabin worked is this one really big, basically house split straight down the middle.
Yeah.
And then split across as well. And then there's some lower units, which neither of us were using. We were both in the upper unit. So when we checked in, I was told, please be respectful of your neighbors. Not only are there some more people on the street, but there is actually somebody in the adjacent, like in the chalet right next, like the one that shares the walls with you.
And presumably they would have been told the
same thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
They did not take that warning to heart.
Yeah, they
did not heed it.
They didn't heed it.
I'm gonna go out on a
I
limb.
guess.
Gonna go on a limb here and say maybe they were drunk.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
they were basically drunk from like
Maybe.
they got. I'm guessing their timeline was arrive, get inside, drunk within the half an hour, and then they didn't sober up until they left Sunday morning.
No.
I'm just saying.
I'm just
I
glad
feel
they
like
left
that
Sunday
may
morning.
have affected.
Oh, absolutely.
Their,
So when we got there,
tolerance for other people.
our car, we came up with Bij and Heather, and Graham and I and Bij and Heather were the last people to arrive, but we were arriving just as the last of the bros were arriving. And I got out of the car, and there some bros asked me if I like to party. And I said, I have been known to party, but perhaps I don't party with the same intensity you're planning to party. Because having not been... That was exactly what I said to them, so they didn't talk to me anymore.
They were standing outside the back of a pickup truck drinking cans of
Yeah,
Lucky.
I had not been briefed of the situation, but I recognized these kinds of people.
I was invited to their hot tub party.
Really?
Yeah,
Right.
when we were coming back from
Clearly, we're the cool ones.
when
James.
we were coming back from lunch on the Saturday. Remember, a couple of us took weird routes across that little river thing, and I ended up coming in behind. Like I wound up just in behind our chalet. And just in behind the chalet on their side, which is where their hot tub was.
Right.
And there was like 4 of them in there, and they were just, they were super friendly. Like they weren't being douchey
No,
bros
they weren't
about it. They were
jerks.
just like, "Hey, you want to come up in the hot tub?" And I'm like, "No, I'm good. I got my own hot tub." But thanks anyways, I guess.
It's a good move that the hot tubs for the 2 chalets aren't just like right across from each other. So you're just like sitting in the hot tub looking at the other people sitting in their hot tub.
But,
The point is, they were very, very, very loud.
oh my god, okay.
the first
so
night was insane.
The first night
we know all
was
their
nuts.
names because of them screaming at one another.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the roll call went Ross. That was the first one we all heard because we heard a colossal thump, and then the other guys going, "Woo, Ross!" So we
There
assumed
was-
that was Ross.
there
that
was
had done
Jack.
something.
Maybe they
Ross-
were watching an episode of Friends.
Maybe.
They were probably not out watching.
Ross, who may have been the Bachelor because he was definitely the most sick the next morning. I think their upstairs bathroom may have abutted onto the same wall as our bedroom.
yeah,
okay.
Graham and I got woken up at about 9 a.m. by retching,
sound
loud retching.
Stomach distress. There was a Corey. There was not a Chad that we were able to determine.
Which
There
is
was
the
there was a
broliest
Paul,
of names.
Chad,
was-
they
there's
don't
a Ben.
exist.
Ben, and there was an Edgar.
Yeah.
And a Phil.
I went to elementary school with a guy named
Phil was
Chad.
the
They
dad,
exist.
wasn't he?
Was he?
One of them was one of them was clearly a dad, I assume, of the groom, who showed up on the Saturday and just stayed overnight. On
But
the
like they
Saturday.
were going. Like I didn't fall asleep until 4 a.m. the first night that we were there because I'd been up late, hanging out and playing Magic, and then I couldn't get to sleep because they were being super super loud. Eventually, the soothing sleep of exhaustion was like, you are sleeping now.
Yeah.
At around 4 a.m. and then I surfaced again at 9 because of Jack's morning troubles, and they were awake still.
Oh yeah,
They did
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
sleep. Now,
And I heard one of them yelling at someone else, being like, get up, drink this.
Oh no! So to give you guys an idea of loud, we're talking like cheers, woos, hoots, hollers, all very clearly audible
Some
through.
very painful sounding thumps.
Yeah, a lot of
A
thumps.
lot of thumps.
Clearly, like some failed keg stands going on.
I hadn't even thought of that.
Cake
Oh, dear.
stand. Clearly, it was just basic. Like I assume it was all basically just wrestling. Like I just assumed it was a bunch of idiots like punching and pushing each other and tackling each other,
And
which
then-
is what I thought all the
Didn't we
thumps
overhear
were.
someone getting handcuffed to a railing?
Oh, apparently they broke that railing.
Ooh, I missed that.
Yeah.
That's what Ashley told me. But and then
sure that went over well.
at about 11 p.m. till about 3 in the morning, loud metal, which led me and Cam to diagnose them not as full bros, but bro/skid hybrids. And then when we went to bed, I'm a really heavy sleeper. But you know when you're like asleep and you kind of wake up and you can go back to sleep. Every time I would kind of wake up, I'd hear like thumping techno music. But then when I like the retching woke me up because I was fully awake and I couldn't get back to sleep after that. Then it was I don't think they were listening to music at that point. I think they had finally turned the music off.
They were making their own music at that point.
Yeah. My favorite sort of like coda to it is that when we went to the very empty resort pub the next day, like the Lodge, for lunch, we offhandedly mentioned it, and the waitress was like, "Oh yeah, no, those guys were just in here."
Yeah.
And she told us that they'd come in, presumably not having gotten much, if any, sleep, because this
No.
was like 11 a.m. the
Yeah,
next day
yeah.
that they would have arrived, and then they got in and they were like, "All right, woo, all right, all right, let's do this," and sat down, and after they had sat. Because anyone who's stayed up really, really late knows that this is a problem. Once they had then achieved rest, they were like, "Oh,
Yeah.
and just all their energy drained from their bodies, and they were like, "I need food." And then the waitress told us that they'd said they were going to go back and nap in
Yeah.
preparation for the Saturday night,
Yes.
and we were like, "Oh fuck, no!"
yeah.
But Kathleen rightly said no one goes that hard 2 nights in a row.
No, it wasn't anywhere
It wasn't. It
near
was
that
fine.
hard.
The second
No.
night was fine.
You could still hear them.
you could hear them, but
but whatever. And then they left on Sunday
The
morning.
first, okay, I don't know if you guys have watched Spaced,
Yeah.
but the comical, like ridiculous parties that Marsha's daughter throws. That was what it sounded like was going on next door. It was
Except
amazing.
It was just a bunch of dudes.
Yeah. Now, but the thing is, because I am a keen observer of human nature, I was like, these people are adults and they own trucks. They don't have the physical stamina to do that 2 nights in a row.
Yeah.
I was like helping Ashley cook, and I was like, there's no way. The only people who could party like that twice in a row are teenagers. They're all too old. They're resting. And I was right, thank God, because it wasn't just like my pride of like, I know what people are like and how they act, but also like, please, I need to get some sleep tonight because I didn't sleep all that well.
No. So, as requested by people on Twitter, there is the accounting of Bro Watch 2014.
Oh, and then they came, they partied, then they vanished into the wind, leaving behind only a few shotgunned Lucky Cans.
That's true.
To
We
mark
did.
their
When we went
presence.
out to shoot the crap shot, we did find like a drift in the snow outside, like
Nice.
cans with shotgun holes in them.
The thing is, though,
I like Cam worked that they were on like a 3-hour cycle, and that when they went dormant, we should try and sneak in and like tag them.
yeah.
Anyway,
Bro Watch
um,
2014.
speaking of crap shots, I'm trying to think if there's anything recently that we have done. Oh, the hacksmanship crap shot just went up, which was the
shot-
first one we shot.
Yep.
Because we shot that the same day we were shooting the Bitcoin conspiracy.
Which was weeks and weeks and weeks ago.
Except for the last shot, which we shot the day that crap shot went up.
Yeah.
With the cats. Originally, we wanted to be like, who is this guy? And cut to like one of our cats at home doing like the keyboard cat thing with the hands out typing.
They were not
They were not cooperating with that. So we just had them. So now it's even funnier because it's accidental.
Yeah.
The cats are just
Walking
on
over the
on
keyboard, yeah.
I put cat treats on your computer.
That's okay. So that was fun.
I
Cats.
enjoy the universe in which everybody hacks on a MacBook Air too.
I
like this universe.
Using
It's
hacker
a-
typer.
I like
it's a good
the
universe.
main criticism I saw of that was that you didn't do the both people typing on the same keyboard
Oh, from that NCIS thing.
in order to hack better.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not.
I like. No, there was a clip from.
Were you
the
going to say
show.
that's not how hacking works?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the point.
That's not how any hacking
I like.
works.
Do you see Andrew noticed that we apparently were using hackertyper.net and hackertyper.com on the two different computers, which I didn't know were different things.
They are different things. I didn't realize we were using it. They looked identical to me.
It looked the same to me. I don't
Yeah.
know how he noticed, but there we are.
All right.
Yeah, there you go.
What have the other ones been recently? I'm trying to remember. There's so many.
There's
now.
the do you kiss your mother with that mouth?
That was strange.
That one was kind of weird. There was a chess parkour one.
I love the do you kiss your mother with that mouth? And someone in the comments was like, wait, so Graham kisses his mom with James's mouth
Yeah.
on his side?
Yeah.
That's strange.
That's how
It's
this works.
Yeah, that's obviously.
Jeez.
So there was the chess parkour one, which I really liked. I thought that was really good.
Oh, and someone ran the hit single through the dub machine and made a dubstep remix. Of,
Oh, did they?
Of I've got a butt.
Nice.
Nice.
It's kind of
What are
catchy.
what are the other ones that we just?
There's all the limo ones.
Yeah, there's all the limo ones. What was the one on Tuesday? Was Tuesday?
Oh, if you haven't seen any of the crap shots yet, by the way, currently they're all just on the YouTube.
We're gonna get them on the website.
But we'll be adding crap shots as a category to the website.
You should go check them out.
Adding them there, but you should go to youtube.com/LoadingReadyRun and subscribe and tell your friends.
It's true.
True ferns.
Should we do some Ask Blur?
Yeah, let's do some.
Let's do some Ask Blur.
Ask Blurg.
All right.
Your questions from the Twitters.
I hope there.
Tell me, Blurg.
That's not what I wanted
I
at
hope
all.
there's lots of requests for Kathleen dance remixes.
All right. Everybody gets one answer.
All right.
Favorite childhood TV show, cartoon or non-cartoon?
Childhood. When's the childhood?
Childhood, in my opinion, is birth to 12.
Yeah, I was about to say 12 and under.
Yeah, 12 and under. Once you hit 13, no.
Charlie Brown and Snoopy Show.
Only one answer? That's not
Which
fair.
I'm not that old.
Okay, it doesn't need to be your all-time favorite. It just needs to be a favorite of yours.
All right, we'll go with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. By the way, Charlie Brown and Snoopy Show apparently came out in the 70s, but we got it in New Zealand in the late 80s. So I liked that when I saw it.
I'm
Star Trek. Damn it.
We're talking
no,
cartoon.
It's
no,
a
it
cartoon or live
it says non-cartoon, but
Oh, okay. I'm trying to think.
I think
of-
it needs to be like a kid, like childhood he says childhood show, but I think more a kids show
Let me tell you,
is what we should be answering.
Well, if it's a kids show, I guess it's not Star Trek. But
Yeah.
the episode of Mr. Rogers when LeVar Burton came on, and I found out that Geordie was the same guy who hosted Reading Rainbow. That blew my mind.
Yeah.
He did the Superman thing. He was wearing the visor, so you never made
Exactly.
the connection.
All right, I'm going to go with one that you would try to guess. Paul, you have one guess. What am I thinking of?
The
I'll
Simpsons?
give you a hint. I'll give you a really big hint. It has a dog in it.
Wishbone.
Wishbone, yeah. I'm
Really?
going with the Wishbone
I
right
never-
now.
What's
I
the
n-
story?
I never-
Wishbone's freaking awesome.
I never watched Wishbone.
Wishbone was good shit.
I'm gonna go with like. I was trying to think of like shows that stick in my mind from that time period, like Tiny Toons.
Mm-hmm.
I was a big fan of that.
All right. So Mikey, can you post a release schedule? I don't know what that is.
A release of what?
I don't know what he is referring to.
It might be a part of a conversation. I'll look into that.
I'm looking at it's a reply to about to record this week's LRRcast, and that means we need some questions. Fire away, and we'll do the best to get them answered.
To be fair, we're a little inconsistent at the moment.
At the podcast, we will endeavor to get better. Can you post more cat pictures? I'm sure that is something that can be done.
That'll happen.
Yeah.
The intent, by the way, for the podcasts is that the LRRcast, which is every 2 weeks, should be going up on the Friday or the Saturday,
Yes.
thereabouts.
And
Tap Tap Concede ought to be going up on Tuesday,
Wednesday.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yep.
But that is not the case at the moment because it's been a weird month. But we'll get there.
All right. Which one is cuter, porcupines or hedgehogs?
Straight up hedgehogs.
Hedgehogs.
I don't see how that's.
Yeah, that's not.
That's what hedgehogs are. They're cute porcupines.
I mean, I guess I'm assuming we're talking like babies.
I
Doesn't
think just
matter.
in general.
No, yeah. It's got to be hedgehogs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ross asks, now that you guys are playing a lot of games,
Yeah.
will
Wow.
TWG or TGWP be back?
So we talked about this actually.
Yeah, and
when
we
were talking about the streaming.
Which I feel like this is something that we might not have made as clear as we probably should
We
have.
talked about it at all.
Well,
Actually.
no, we did. I remember mentioning it in the Kickstarter and in the first podcast of the new year.
Mm-hmm.
We feel that just us over on this other side of this wall kind of replaces those games we played. Like, we're talking about those games as we play them,
Right.
which in most cases is better than us talking about them, weeks down the road when we've forgotten about them. Now, you get a chance to think back and ponder about them, I suppose, but I think the consensus was there is more than enough gaming going on back there that we don't need another, 20, 30 minutes up here
Exactly.
every week.
Wait, hold on. Everybody gets a one-word answer. What quick mobile game are you playing?
3s right now because
Why
it
does it have to be
literally
a one-word answer.
just
Just
came
so
out.
it doesn't
Lots
get
of mobile
bogged down.
games take more than one word.
Slaying.
I'm not playing any mobile games.
I'm playing a game called Slaying.
But
Threes. There you are.
but with the
Those
with-
games that we played.
yeah, with the thing, it's like Graham and I talking about how terrible Dark is not. You can just watch us play Dark and see how terrible Dark is.
Yeah, and the other half
solved.
of the old formula of those games was we would spend a little bit of time at the end talking about industry goings on, or at least we would try, and that exists now within Checkpoint Plus.
The Checkpoint Plus after show.
After
so-
show, when you guys are talking about the stories at sort of more of a conversational level. So I think there is
I think we're covered for that.
we're covered for that. Yeah, that's a good way. All right, which is Kane and which is Crowthorn, and will they appear in season 11?
We worked this out. I think
You're Kane?
I've always
think-
thought you were Kane and Alex was.
I thought it was the other way. I don't think it really matters.
No, I think it. Yeah,
They're
but-
interchangeable.
I feel like you should know internally though.
But I feel that Kane and Crowthorn will not be making another appearance unless we can think of something really good. Because the first one was amazing, because it was like the first video was really good. The second was okay. The third one I was not super happy with, and I think they were
liked them.
fantastic in crap shots.
Oh, they were great. In
Well,
the
so
crap
Well,
show.
no,
lead-
or in rapid fire.
This
Or in
leads
rapid
into
fire,
his next
sorry.
question, which is, will we be seeing a rapid fire in season 11?
I have no idea.
I think we're hoping.
I
to.
think
were
we're
talking-
absolutely.
yeah, we're hoping to-
like that. I'm not going to say that we can try to keep that a secret. I think that's definitely something
And-
that we should be aiming for especially Desert Bus season to have
Yeah,
in our back
exactly.
pocket.
And I
So
could s-
I could absolutely see them returning in
Yeah,
rapid fire.
they were fantastic in rapid fire because it sort of recontextualized them in a new way. Because what I like about them is, I guess it's the same kind of humor that you get from Archer, is that they are sort of like doing their own thing while they are scarily competent at their jobs. Like, the humor does not come from them being,
Bad at-
mercenaries.
yeah.
They are extremely good destructive mercenaries.
Yeah.
They're just easily distracted.
I'm just looking at the script and notes for Rapid Fire Series 3, wherein
And of
Kane and
course-
Crowthorne will have been scripted. And then we will know.
I could definitely see Kane and Crowthorne showing up in a rapid shot or crap shot,
and we have-
rapid shot, a crap shot or two.
Yeah, we have their new French counterparts, Chevalier and what's the other one?
Savoy.
Savoy and Chevalier. We need to give them like 2 more. Like, I feel that Kane and Crowthorne are the Americans, and then they need to have some like British counterparts too.
All right. While
It's
you
a
look for
world
that,
of mercenary duos.
I got another question here. King Cool says,
Mixed gender mercenary
what is a
duos.
non-video game, non-Lego kids toy you would still play with today? If you put a toy in front of me, I will play with it. So basically anything.
Non-Lego kids toy. Like something I had as a
I
kid?
guess something that we had as kids. Light Bright. I would play the shit out of Light Bright.
I would easy
Light Bright.
bake oven.
Ooh, yeah, easy bake oven.
I have a little nephew who's super into Transformers.
Oh, man.
And Transformers, not only are Transformers cool, but Transformers have gotten way cooler.
Oh yeah, those things
Like,
are insane
man,
now.
he had some sweet, I think this was actually like a Yu-Gi-Oh thing, or I don't know, some card thing where it was like, it's like a dragon that folds up into like a ball. And so it's like all the different pieces go up together and it's like this ball and you can roll it around, but then it comes with a card, right? Like it's card with all its stats and stuff, but also inside the card is a magnet. Okay.
That trips it when you roll.
So you
it,
put
yeah.
the magnet down, you put the card down, roll the ball over the thing, a magnet on the dragon trips, and the dragon just goes boom and appears. It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's like we never had anything that cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, playing with Transformers with my little nephew was a lot of fun.
Very recently, someone had one of those things that it's 2 wires with a wheel, and you just sort of like bend it up and down.
Oh,
and
yeah,
spin it.
yeah, yeah.
And you
That was
try-
at your parents' house.
Yeah, I don't know why they had one.
Maya had one too.
Yeah. Anyway, I was playing with it, and I was like, oh, yeah, this thing.
Yeah.
Oh, and they had your parents had that like the maze, like where you tilt it and you move the ball bearings around.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
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 I spent a good like 10 minutes playing with that.
Yeah, I had one of those when I was a kid. Never ever got through it.
Yeah. Did you
You
see?
can tell. You can go back and see. There's like a bunch of the holes are covered in tape. As tried to be tricky.
Did you see Frozen? I haven't yet. I need
have.
to.
It was
We,
good.
I
Alright.
have. It was okay.
I hear it's very good.
And
I've not
finally,
seen it.
from King Cool, what's the worst breakfast? No breakfast, in my opinion. No breakfast is the worst
ship
breakfast.
sandwich.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, I think he means of the breakfast
Of the edible
staples.
kinds.
Of the breakfast staples, what is the worst?
I mean, I love so many breakfasts for
Yeah.
different reasons too.
Yeah, like
Breakfast is one of my favorite meals.
breakfast
I gotta
is
say.
one of the best meals. Like,
I'm going to say, fruit salad. And that's not because I love fruit salad when I make it myself, but typically
yeah, you get melon salad.
you get melon
Yeah.
salad with a couple extra bits of fruit. And I don't like melon at all. Watermelon I'm fine with, but honeydew and cantaloupe I
Honeydew and cantaloupe can get fucked.
dislike intently, and they are the filler fruit of fruit salad, and so I don't like fruit salad.
That's true.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't know.
So
They're all
according
good.
to the rapid fire script, you are Kane.
Okay.
And Alex is Crowthorne.
Okay.
And I found a bunch of small scenes that we didn't end up shooting, actually.
Oh.
Where you guys are torturing someone for information.
Let's
I
read
just
them
love
now.
this.
No. Maybe we can
this-
use them for something.
I don't know. This one's like 6 lines long. It's pretty funny.
All right.
I'll read for Alex.
So I'm Kane.
Yes.
This guy's tough. He's had training.
What do we do now? We've tried waterboarding. We've tried sandboarding. We've tried airboarding.
That was stupid.
I guess it's just fireboarding now.
How is that different from just setting them on fire?
I hit him with this board.
Okay.
All right.
That's dark. Getting into the Kane voice, I guess, for me also involves not just me talking in a horse voice. I won't do this into the microphone, but I do this. And like literally rough up my throat a bit. And then kind of
All right.
it's an involved process. I can't just whip out the cane.
How many episodes have you planned for the new run of Crap Shots? 104. Moving on.
Yeah, we're doing 2 every week for
2
the
every
year.
week for 52 weeks. Are any of you hockey fans? And if so, what teams do you root for? I am a hockey fan. I think by blood I have to root for the Canucks, so I do. But I'm
You sound kind of upset
yeah,
about it.
That's because they're terrible. But I have become more of a overall hockey fan in the last probably half dozen years. So as long as there's hockey on, I am happy.
I don't really care. I used to be a big hockey fan, but I am reformed. I have I've recovered, and now
Well, a big reason that you were such a big hockey fan was your friend Adam.
yeah, I
was
live with Adam.
He was like
Hancock.
hockey, and then after the lockout, he was like, man, fuck the NFL.
Yeah,
NHL, both of them. Whatever.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about football either.
Yeah. Oh no, he watched the Super Bowl when he was in Denver.
Yeah, and he was really upset that it was such a bad game.
Yeah.
With the Winter Olympics, I mean, there should be some good hockey.
Some
presumably.
good. Except I'm not
Yeah.
watching the Winter Olympics.
Winter.
I hope so. I mean,
Olympics.
It's been looking pretty rough. I've been looking at a lot of stuff online about like not just like I don't know if you've seen that article about all the journalists and stuff, but the facilities as well.
Yeah, the more I've read about it in the
hope-
last week, I'm
I
like,
hope
I
it goes
figure-
okay.
At least with, I feel like with hockey, they just have to have like a rink.
yeah.
It's not like
true.
you have to have like the complex, bobsled.
It
run
would
or
be
whatever.
difficult for someone to die while playing hockey on a badly done
Well,
ice sheet.
Yeah, it won't be the rink's fault for the person.
Right.
Yeah.
Nothing against. To give you guys some context, nothing against Russia. The deal with the Sochi Olympics is Sochi is a beautiful resort town on the Black Sea that was fundamentally unequipped to actually host the Olympics, so they had to build all of the venues and like everything from scratch. Like in Vancouver, they built a couple new things, but they they sent people up to Whistler and they made do with what we had, and all of the hockey games were in our existing arena and stuff like that. Not so in Sochi. Literally everything is new, and there's been a huge rush to get everything done. A lot of the venues were done ahead of time, but not everything.
I was watching a Vice mini documentary on it, and this just happened to be the comparison that they used. The Summer Games in Atlanta in '96 or whatever forget Atlanta, Beijing I think it was cost
2008.
cost $2 billion
Yes.
to set up all the infrastructure. The Sochi Olympics have cost $50 billion.
Yeah, the Sochi Olympics
There's
have cost more
than every other
Winter
Olympics
Olympics.
combined.
Yeah.
Because there is nothing in Sochi, right?
Also, there's
There's graft.
theories for.
I mean,
where
theoretically, a
all
lot of that money.
money's going.
Yeah, I was just going to say, a lot of that money was used to, pay off the
There's some
IOC.
palm greasing, apparently.
All right, moving on. Stop talking about Russia and the Olympics. Will Nate from Walk the Plains appear on a Friday night or any other lure video as a quid pro quo?
Maybe.
Well, I guess we can say,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure you said yes by going
Yeah.
maybe.
you can find out what happened in that Commander game.
Yeah. Just stay tuned. How are you today? I'm good.
I'm fine.
Yeah, not too bad.
Okay. What Xbox One, PS4 games are you looking forward to? What is? Okay, we'll answer that one first.
Okay. Like exclusives, I guess.
I get.
Watch
I don't know.
Dogs.
Watch Dogs,
the
Titanfall.
big Destiny.
Although I'm not gonna play. I'm gonna play Titanfall on PC.
Destiny,
Ooh, Destiny. Yeah,
Peggle 2.
it's already out. You can play it.
I know it's the best. We have it
Why can't I just play it on my freaking iPad?
because it's
'Cause
exclusive
EA.
for
Because
now.
it's ridiculous.
It's exclusive for now.
Your iPad can't handle it.
This is
It
completely
needs
ridiculous.
needs
Give me
the
Peggle
advanced-
2.
It needs the advanced processing power of the
Yeah,
Xbox,
an Xbox One.
with Kinect.
All right, whatever.
It's real impressive looking.
What is the first thing you do when you wake up? I grab my phone and check email and Twitter and stuff like that.
Before you even get out of bed.
Same
Yeah, oh,
except
yeah.
with my iPad.
Yeah, I do. It's whatever one I grab first, basically.
The first thing I do when I when I awaken,
When I actually get out of bed,
Yeah.
that's different. Normally, I go get something to like a good drink of water. Generally, when I first wake up,
Have a shower
or
when I
feed
get out
my
of bed. Yeah.
generally, I generally wake up, feed my dog, get a glass of water, and then crawl back into bed.
Go to the bathroom.
Go to
sit-
the bathroom.
then Sit at the computer.
Yeah, it's very. I have a morning routine. When I first awaken, I pat whatever cat/cats are in front of me and say good morning to them. Because it's usually Cavern and Baxter, and I'm like, "Hello, baby kittens,"
That's
and then they're
what she
like,
says.
"Brr." And then I look at Graham, and who's like, and I'm like, I will leave him alone. And then I go and I make myself a cup of coffee, and then I come back and grab my phone and do whatever I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing every morning. I'm very, very routine.
What's next?
Next question. Do you guys know the Vancouver-based internet video troupe IFHT?
No.
And I
No.
just looked
I
them up,
don't.
and I feel like we probably should. I mean, their shit gets a lot of views. Jesus. They have 128,000 subscribers on Twitter or on YouTube.
Jeez.
They're clearly doing something right. But I've never heard of them.
heard of them. That's awkward. Sorry, guys.
IFHT.
So it's okay. They probably haven't heard of us. either.
It stands for I fucking hate that, by the way.
Oh, wow, that's strong branding.
Yeah.
It's a bold choice. It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it works out for you.
All right, for a worst-
it has.
For a worst of list, what would be your criteria?
Worst of what?
He doesn't say.
Oh, I would definitely do albums. I have so many things to say about
guess
that.
What
What's
would
the
you-
criteria for the worst?
Oh wait, okay. So, what bored you? Angered, or what bored you? Angered you? Wasted potential? Absence of good? So, it depends on what.
Something caused me physical or monetary harm,
Yeah.
or the same to those I love and care about. I don't know what.
Oh, I could put together so many worst of lists. The one that springs up to the top of mind is worst use of CG enhancements and soundtrack additions. Goes to the 2.0 version of Ghost in the Shell,
So unnecessary.
which I went
dumb.
and saw in a theater because they were having like a digital film festival, and I was so excited. And Cam and I went with some friends of ours, and we were just like, "Oh boy!" And then we got there, and it was the CG version, and I just spent a lot of the time on tilt. And then I realized, this is fine. They haven't adjusted. They haven't like gone back and ruined any of the beautiful animation. But what really started to bother me was that they've added a bunch of new sound effects that don't need to be there. What? Like, stuff just whirring and clicking in the background so there's machines in the room, I guess.
All right. Moving on.
Skywalker.
How are you all enjoying the streaming? Do you envision an end to the new streaming empire?
Oh, no.
No, I mean,
don't envision an end right now.
no, I mean, it will continue throughout the year because that's what we promised you guys, and then
And we bought all this stuff.
yeah, we bought all the stuff, and as long as it continues to be successful, which it has been over the last 5 weeks, that I don't see any reason why it needs to go away when
No, I don't think so.
when the year of LRR ends.
Yeah,
so
I'm
Yeah.
having a blast.
It's absolutely amazing to have a good excuse to play video games.
And one of the funniest things happened last night during my playthrough of Resident Evil 6, and I'm so glad that I got to share that with so many people.
I mean, the only thing is, sometimes we're still getting some of the technical glitches worked out, which is a shame.
Oh yeah, I go on Twitch tilt fairly often.
yeah,
but
we'll get there.
Yeah,
It's
but
still early
we
stages.
try to do it.
I need
Yeah.
to just to describe it to you, Paul. I need to show you the GIF afterwards.
I saw the
Oh,
GIF,
you
yeah.
saw the GIF? Oh, good. Did you see it, James?
Yeah.
I just want to
Love
say
it.
one thing,
That
though,
happened like 3 times.
about our streaming and just regarding Kickstarter stuff. Obviously, that started that. The Let's Nope is coming up on the 15th of February. And now that we do have most of our Twitch issues worked out and all that good stuff, and we've got a good, more stable system, we'll be moving into those Let's Plays. But we, really wanted to get all the kinks ironed out of the
And there
out
should
of the
be.
streaming before we actually started doing Kickstarter awards with it.
We'll also need to be doing, and we'll plan to do one group gaming night soon
And a subscriber giveaway.
this month. That would be during that thing. That would be the idea. All right.
Is this coming Sunday too early?
We would need to talk with everybody first. So,
Well, it doesn't have to be everybody.
like this coming Sunday is in like 2 days from now.
Yeah.
It won't work for me
All right.
because I'm working all that day on Salt Springs. So
Okay.
maybe the following Sunday, like the night after your thing.
We could do.
We'll let you guys know for sure. Is a live LRRcast on the cards now that you guys have the sweet streaming set up? I mean, there is nothing stopping us for the last year to just basically hit live on this computer.
Yeah.
I don't-
Not this computer.
Well, not yet, but a computer hooked up to that camera, like that has nothing to do
I
with
think
it.
it's a different format though.
It is absolutely a different
It's-
format.
Yeah.
This is a
To be fair, you can always ask us whatever you want while we're streaming.
yeah, and we'll
No guarantees we'll see it because
Yeah.
we're also playing games. But
yeah.
We try really hard.
Yeah. All right. I work as a security guard and found that I do indeed have a vision cone. How likely would Jer playing Snake sneak past me? I don't know.
it depends on how regular your route is.
Or if you're like the security guards in Dark that just give up and decide to just stay in one spot, looking in one direction and never move.
Yeah. I actually rewatched Standing Guard recently. I think that was the name of the video.
I think it was On Guard.
On guard.
Yeah. Like, you guys were supposed to be in the back of a dead-end alley staring at a blank wall 10 minutes ago.
I like that one.
Vision
I
Code.
love this wall.
It's-
This wall gets me.
There's been a few times when, like, I remember like playing Manhunt or Tag or something, where you're in a position where you're like the only one who's supposed to be sort of guarding the flag or something, and you'll be like there, and there'll be like two possible entrances to somewhere. And you'll be like running back and forth trying to be. It's like, this is what it's like to be a Metal Gear Solid guard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
This is
There
hell.
could totally be somebody sneaking in here, and I wouldn't know.
All right. 2 more questions.
All right.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if it was a playable magic card?
I mean, none, because it'd be a magic card.
I don't know.
Well,
Playable
wood
magic
presumably
card.
would be maybe
Like
it would be
force
like
destruction?
Yeah. I'm expecting
it couldn't chuck that much, or
Like
it'd be super unbalanced.
Tap woodpecker, like 3 tap woodpecker sacrifice,
woodchuck.
destroy their woodchuck, destroy target
You don't just
forest.
sacrifice it. I see that more as a kicker card. Like
A kicker?
Like
So
you pay a certain amount for a woodchuck, which is just like a
Like a 1/2.
like a beast, and then you pay a certain amount kicker, and it's like if kicker was paid, destroy target forest.
Yeah.
But I don't think it could chuck much wood.
I don't think it could do
Otherwise,
more
it
than one
would
forest.
be super OP.
So it can just be kicked once. It's not a multi-kicker.
I-
That seems pretty... Like, so it's like...
Actually, I think multi-kicker works better because then it's how much wood could a woodchuck chuck? Let's
Depends-
find
I
out.
guess
Depends on how much
Okay,
mana
so
you have.
so
Yeah.
Somebody tell this.
Okay, so it's
somebody
a-
let Morrow know so
it's
we
a
can put this
it's
in
a
the
2/1
unhinged
flying bird type like
No,
creature.
that's a
type.
woodpecker.
It's a woodchuck.
Oh yeah, it's a
Woodchuck
woodchuck.
is
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
little marmot or a weasel or something.
Yeah.
It's more like a marmot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like I'd say it's a 1/2 at best because they're not big.
I don't know how big is a woodchuck.
I don't know.
Are the I'm like a
don't-
woodchucks.
All right, you look up
Is it
woodchucks.
like a vole or
Well,
a
now I need
stoat?
to know too. So
They aren't even particularly associated with
what the?
like wood, right? They're not like beavers or something that like eat wood, right?
Isn't a woodchuck a gopher?
I thought they were.
Or,
I kind of thought they were
a groundhog.
Yeah, they're basically a gopher.
Okay, so
Or-
they're like
yeah.
this.
They're groundhogs.
yeah.
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 So they don't
yeah.
even chuck wood. I guess that's part of the rhyme, right?
I don't know.
How much wood could a
the
woodchuck
groundhog-
chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
The groundhog, Marmota monax, also known as a woodchuck, a land beaver, or a whistle pig.
See, but that's an interesting question, right? It's like how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Which they can't.
40 to
Which they
65
can't.
centimeters, 16 to 26 inches. I was literally like
Yeah.
bang on.
Yeah.
So, but
About like this, guys.
it's an entirely hypothetical situation anyway, right? If we're just making up the fact that he can chuck wood in the first place, then we could just make up anything. Maybe he has like a special electric wood chucking gland that he uses.
It's like a Pikachu, but for like chipping.
I
All
don't
right.
know.
Yeah,
We're just making.
This is now
this
getting.
This is a wholly hypothetical
this is-
situation.
Yeah, we've now
so
moved into the
who
land
knows?
of ridiculous. Last question.
Wait. Just
We are-
real quick. They burrow, and they have been estimated to move approximately 1 cubic meter of soil while digging a burrow. So how much soil could a woodchuck move if a woodchuck was digging its burrow? About
A decent amount. Well, I mean, yeah.
about 5,500 pounds.
All right.
But that's yeah.
That doesn't answer any of the
No.
questions.
No.
That's all we've got.
All right.
The point is, I like the idea of forest destruction.
It's true.
Multi-kicker.
Could everyone present say the word really with emphasis?
Really?
Really.
Really?
Really?
It's like a neighing horse. All right, that's it.
That was a weird question.
That was a weird
No, what if it
question.
makes
It wasn't a
somebody
question. It was a
happy?
request.
Were
And
we trying to be... Because that for a while, that was The Miz, WWE wrestler. That was his thing.
saying really.
Yeah. Was it he'd come out cutting a promo on someone and like pose a question and be like, so you think this? Really? And then the audience would go, really? Really? Really?
All right.
Really? And they do it like 3 or 4 times and then he continues talking.
Is The Miz still wrestling? Mm-hmm. I haven't heard anything about him for a while.
He's mid-card. He should. I think he's better than the management gives him credit, but the management is mishandling everything these days.
They should have brought him back as a cross promo with Les Miserables.
When
He could be Les Mis and come out with like a big beard and like a.
Wow.
All right.
I doubt he can sing.
Really?
And on that bombshell.
I dreamed a dream. Okay. Thank you for joining us for the LRRcast, and we will talk to you again. We'll talk to you again in this form in 2 weeks' time, but we'll talk to you again whenever you tune into any of our streams.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you
Bye.
later. Bye-bye.